Welcome back, artists. I'm going to do a fast and loose rose. I love roses. I think of my grandmother all the time when I do them. But basically have a large bloom up here, maybe a couple secondary blooms and buds elsewhere, and just have fun. I'm going to start now with watercolor graphite. Even though it'll be a nice bright rose, I still need my darks in that in here. Now, I'm left-handed, so my source of light will be off the page at 10 o'clock up here. It's not in the painting itself. If I were right-handed, off the page the opposite direction at 2 o'clock. This will then dictate where my shadows go. I'm just using this watercolor graphite to establish my darks, my lights and my darks. I need to really focus on my darks here. And off about here somewhere. Sort of framing in this, what will be a nice, bright, vibrant rose when we're done. Okay, there's my darks established sufficiently enough. Now let's come back in with some color. We could make the rose just about any color we want, something nice and bright. Maybe a yellow rose. Let's try that. Okay, there's my lightest yellow. Let's come back in. That's hands of yellow. Let's come back in with, my brush is losing its hairs. Let's come back in with some raw sienna and darken up the shadow sides of our roses a little bit. Okay, there we go. We just dropped in some raw sienna into the hands of yellow. I'm letting it bleed, letting watercolor do its thing, maybe help it along a little bit. Just a touch here and there, some lost edges out here. Invites the eye to complete the scene. Okay, so there's the blooms and let's come back with some greens, and this is sap green. I'll come back with some viridian. I'm going to loosen it up more now by painting outside the lines so that I have combinations of hard edges and soft edges. Bring some grass down here. Drop in some Prussian blue here. Now, I have been using my small Hake brush, the Ron Ranson Hake brush. I cut the handle down a little bit so it fits in my brush holder. But this is now a 1/4 inch sword dagger brush. Have some fun with some calligraphy to make the stems on the roses. So, a little quinacridone burnt orange here. Let's see, get this a little bit wetter. The complementary color to green is red, and whenever you put complements next to one another. They both make each other more vibrant. So if I judiciously use a little bit of red here and there, it should help it strengthen my piece here. Okay, let me go back to my bigger brush. Covers more area. Right now I'm just going to lose my outside edges here briefly. Okay, let's fill in some background, give it a little bit of context here. Again, my source of light is off the paper at 10 o'clock. I just want a little bit to help get a little bit of accent here. It doesn't take much. A little bit. This cerulean blue that I just put on, this is cobalt blue, one of my favorite color combinations. Now I'll touch the rose a little bit of sky color, not too much, a little bit. Okay, that's fun. Let's do a little bit of splattering to add a little bit more texture too. Take some yellow, basically just really get it wet. Load up your brush, very, very wet, full of runny liquid paint so it flies off the brush easily. Now we just sort of try to concentrate my yellow where my yellow is. Now, depending on where the dots land, you can see how they behave. If it's already wet when it lands, the paper's already wet when it lands, it blooms out real quickly like that. But if it's not, it stays more like a dot. This is sort of the random fun of it all. All right, and I'm going to add a few dark highlights here down on my shadow side. Okay, so now a little bit of red. This is alizarin crimson. A little bit of red, maybe. Okay. Okay, I like that. That was fun. Give this a try, everyone. I think you'll have just as much fun as I did. It's really quick, it's fun and easy to do. If you found this helpful and interesting, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. It helps the YouTube algorithm know that you like my materials, and will push that out to other people that have similar interests to you. All right, thank you very much. Bye-bye, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.